Like, you know you're wrong, so just stop it. Stop it.
I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. What's up? I just wanted to say that this video is gonna be pretty serious, so if you're not interested, I'm sorry. But it's a really serious topic, and I feel like we need to talk about it. I feel like it's very important for some of us to speak on things that we don't really feel comfortable talking about, just because we need to address the elephant in the room. Just being stated, especially being a college student. I guess for me, it's kind of a culture shock being at this school. It's a little different from what I was used to when I was growing up in high school and middle school and stuff like that. But there's still some problems that need to be addressed and kind of need to be solved. So I kind of want to get into that today. If you are a HBC student, HBCU, but if you're an HBCU student, congratulations. This is a video for everybody, but technically this is for all my students that are in PWI and that are minorities. So if you really want to watch it, continue to watch it. So with that being said, I want to share like a story. When I was like, I want to say a sophomore here, I went to the Xoxo with my friends, and this has nothing to do with like the actual school yet. I'm getting into the school, but for right now, we're talking about this town. So we went to the Xoxo, and we're looking at stuff, and we're buying stuff, and blah blah blah. And this lady comes and peruses my head. I have on box braids at the time. At first, I was just I was such in a mentally good spot on this day that I didn't self-destruct. But she legit touched my hair and asked me if it was my real hair. So, first of all, no. It's illegal. It should be illegal to walk up on anybody, touching them, asking them questions about their personal stuff. Like, first of all, I don't know you. Second of all, you don't know me. Third of all, I could pretty much charge you for battery or for touching me or just because I feel uncomfortable. Like, honestly, you need to be more safe about what you're doing and where you're going, because certain people don't specifically understand cultural appropriation, or they're very rude about it, they're racist. It's a bunch of different things going on. That was just one incident. So at this school that I attend now, there's a lot of different things with people say certain things, but they know who not to say it to, and they know who to say it to. I've just spoken with a student not too long ago who has not even been here a whole semester and has already experienced an incident. And to me, I think it's very surprising that nothing has been done since the last incident, which was like last semester. And they're not really, they kind of corral us together sometimes, like an ethnicity group, okay, and they kind of just talk about the problem, but there's nothing being solved. It's just, oh, well, you know, we're doing this to get this person to do this, and we're doing that to get this person. Respect should be a level thing when it comes to students. It shouldn't be up here, over here. No one should be showing favoritism, getting favoritism. None of that should be happening in the first place. But I kind of want to talk about the first incident that I was in with attending my school now. Where I was pretty much in a bigger group. We were all black, and basically we would go to the cafeteria together, we would hang out together, and we would just pretty much be around. And we were kind of like the only black kids in school at the time. There were like sprinkles here and there that were other black students, and you know, they would go about their day if we didn't talk to them or hang out with them, blah blah blah. So that's that. One day we did experience some sort of issue. I'm not sure how the issue even started, but we ended up in the dean's office, and the dean quickly told us that our side is very intimidating. Now, I'm not even gonna express, like, I'm not even gonna get that angry at that statement, but I definitely at first when he first said that, I was very confused as what he meant. Me being a black female at 5 foot even height range, I was very confused as what he meant by that. But the other side was not as dark as us, and I really thought that was a problem. And this is 18-year-old me. I'm new. I don't know what's going. I've never lived in the state of Florida in my life. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and I kind of didn't know what was going on right then until other students started to speak up for themselves. I knew someone at the time that was in my group. She was very tall. She expressed that that is not her concern about how other people feel. She said she legit told him, "Do not call me intimidating." Just because she is a taller woman, she's a tall black woman, and there's nothing. To me, there's nothing intimidating about her because she's not an aggressive person. She hasn't shown any aggression. If anything, I feel like I showed more aggression than she ever did, and it was very, very, very rude and ridiculous. So that's what I say when I say like there should be equal footing. There is not always equal footing in an industry, in a business or school. It's always going to be, some type of friction. Not always. I know some places are probably way better at this than this industry will ever be, but I don't know. I just think that as a student of a minority, you must like stand up for yourself. I'm just gonna say that. This being my 4th year here, it really has hit me that a lot of these issues are repetitive. And I'm leaving, yes. However, do I want to continue? I still have a little bit to go. Like, I have this semester, next semester. Those are a couple months. So I don't even know if I even want to be in that environment to where these things are still happening. But the question goes off in my mind, will I still have these same issues when I'm in the real, actual world? When I'm in the business world, when I'm in the medical field, is this really going to be an issue? I don't know. However, I do know how to carry myself and how to carry myself in these situations. And I am thankful about that because when I first came here, like I said, I was very, very not understanding of what was going on. Kind of clueless, basically. And I just got more knowledge as to what these problems are and how they occur and how people will come at you. Because for me, it wasn't nothing like that in Georgia for me. So when I came down to Florida and I saw how other people act, and I started to get 3 years of experience on how other people act, then I know how to apply myself in the real world. So it's a lot of different issues going on with, black and white, especially in today's office. We have a lot of problems in that area, but definitely it should just not be happening in our schools. Like, honestly, if you come here to learn, if you want to further your education, I really feel like you should not be experiencing some of these experiences. It's a lot of different things that people talk about with, I'm not even sure. Like, if you have like problems with, same problems as I have, kind of just leave a comment, let me know. But to be honest, this is definitely a video I wanted to do, not just because of what I've learned, but I want a lot of people to understand that just because people will smile in your face and say, "Hi, welcome to blah blah blah," they're not necessarily, trying to get you to come because they're into you as a person. It might be because they might see you more on a, I hate to say, mascot. Like, oh, we need this type of person. Oh, we need that type of person. And I'm not just talking about black students. I am talking of all minorities. Everybody. When they do all of this, when they be like, oh, we want you to do this and we want you to, and you should, blah, blah, blah. People will smile in your face. But at the end of the day, you have to understand who is genuine and who is never genuine at all. So, with that being said, it's going to continue to happen. It's going to be problems here. But as a student that is finally getting out of this situation, I will probably find myself in it again. To be honest, in the real world, this will probably be an issue for me. I'll probably have to do one of them write-up things, all this other stuff, and deal with all these other people, to be honest. But I want to nip it in the bud today to say that you should be the one standing up for yourself. You should be the one that's like, hey, I'm not intimidating. I'm not doing anything to anyone. Don't touch my hair, blah, blah, blah. Like, whatever you got to do, do it. Don't feel like, oh, if I'm just, if I'm loud, then they're going to they're gonna get. And don't be that one that's always like, don't pop off. Don't be like, oh, you got me effed up, blah blah blah. Don't do that. You don't have to curse out anyone, but just let them know in a strong tone. I am not intimidating. Please do not call me intimidating. Simple as that. Please do not touch my hair. This is my hair. This is not your hair. You will get reported. Blah blah blah. That's all you have to say. That's all you have to do. Someone call you out your name, that is not my name. Please move away from me. I will report you. That's all you have to do. Don't give them the freaking fuel that they want. Don't give them the fire. Don't give none of that. Just honestly say what you need to say. Stand up for yourself and go about your day, because all this extra stuff, and that's all people want sometimes, is a rise. All they want to do is get a rise out of you, so they can be like, oh, look, I told you, they act like blah blah blah. Like, they just try to get you to mess up. You need to just make sure that your life is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever you gotta do, and make sure it's peachy. Honestly, I love all y'all. I love everybody. That's the thing. I love culture. I love food. I love people. And it's very upsetting and hurting. It's very upsetting and hurtful to know that people are continuously just being ridiculous. At this, we are in 2019. Slavery of all kinds is gone. It's gone. It's never come back. Not in this country. Blah, blah, blah. So why are we still having these problems with ethnicities and minorities and this whole wall thing? Like, why is that even happening? Why? I don't know. But you must say to yourself, please don't give in to what they want. Michelle Obama says, when they go low, we go high. I know that's really hard for some people. My uncle jokes and says, no, we go lower. But no, we're not going lower, because we're above all of this. It's definitely something we need to kind of talk to together. I mean, I don't really like being the one that's like, hey guys, guess what? We need to like have like serious conversations. Like, yeah, I want to talk about serious stuff. Honestly, just to like get the elephant out the room, because if you really are dealing with problems like this, sis, sir, you don't have to deal with this stuff. You really don't. Honestly, stand up for yourself. Do what you have to do. Use some of my examples that I just gave, or not. I mean, you're grown, or not. I really don't know. But honestly, I would strongly suggest just take the higher road, because at the end of the day, you are above all mess. Racism, rudeness, violence, all of that. This is you. This is that. Just keep going and let that be what it is. There's nothing to it. Alright guys, that's all for the day. I'm really glad I got to talk about this subject. It's nothing that I really wanted to talk about, honestly, but I really did want to get this out of here, because I'm sad I have to do it. I'm glad I did it. I needed to do it, but it sucks it has to be made. Point. Just stay tuned, because you know I'm always going to be popping. You're always going to want to watch it. You're always going to want to see what I'm doing. So, yeah.
Always getting